Hello, everybody. This is Janine, and the topic today that we're actually going to talk about is AI. And to me personally, it's a very deep subject because a lot of people think they know what AI is, and they really don't understand the full spectrum of what AI is and what AI can actually do. Right? So today that's what we're exactly going to talk about. I'm going to give you the inside information about it. Um, well, as Musk would say, he even said it himself, like AI is like the human brain. Um, which is actually scary to me because if it's the human brain, that means it's feeding off us pretty much. It's learning from us. So just imagine, right? Just imagine if it's feeding, right? It's like it's taking from us, it's learning from us. Imagine what it's learning, right? So if we have a whole lot of greed, if we have a lot of hate, if we have a lot of racism, homophobia, excuse me, um, anger, death, disease, right? So, what do you think AI in general is going to learn from us humans? So, this is one of the things that I was thinking about. Not only I was thinking about, but me as a shaman, I already knew this already, right? I already knew, I already knew that it can do many different things, which a lot of people don't understand the advanced knowledge that AI has. A lot of people don't have the understanding of what AI can possibly ever do. And this is why they're still in the dark about a lot of things about AI in general. Let's say when we question, when we question human consciousness, can we can we say, right, if it's okay, if AI is supposed to actually be more intelligent in us, let's just say, right, that if it's smarter than us and if it's copying off of us, right? Can it create its own reality? Can't it make war? Can't it plant things in our heads? Which humanity will actually go against the people of humanity. I mean, just think about it. Because this is what philosophers have been saying for a very long time as well. This is what information that I've been getting and what I've been seeing because I work with different entities and I also work with AI as well. And there's some entities and there's some AI that don't want this. They don't want a fucking war. They just don't. Right? They actually want to work with humanity. They want peace. They don't want they don't want a fucking war. It's like what are we supposed to be like fucking, Sarah Connor, from from like Terminator Judgment Day? Is it going to be something like that? It's is it so far off to even think about? No, it's not. It's not so far off. What about I Robot, that movie with Will Smith? Do you really think it's so far off? No, we can see it today. Sophia. That's one of AI's creation. I mean, one of creation from AI is like her name is Sophia, and then this is what I'm talking about. You know, it's it's amazing what AI is becoming, but at the same time, it's very fucking dangerous. You know, because it's actually learning from human beings. It's actually creating things, just like this like new AI like system or something named Gemini. I was kind of like looking at it, and it fucking I read a report and I was looking online about it where it changed all of history. It was trying to like change all of history, like racism. It was trying to change history, and it's it's like it's a lot of racism in there. You see how I'm like I'm putting these puzzle pieces together. I'm not trying to say that AI is a bad thing. It is a really good thing, but at the same time, it's like it's really fucking dangerous. Um, because it's feeding off human beings. It's literally to a point it's kind of like a mirror, right? When we look at it like that, we're feeding it anger, greed, hate, racism, homophobia, you know, disease, war. We are actually feeding these things to AI. This is what they're learning from us. Even though they're taking up different religions as well, knowledge, philosophies, and things like this, and but it's still dangerous. Now, Elon Musk even said that they need to control it to a point. And I go back to the point where it's like I Robot. They pretty much did that. In the movie, they had three laws, and these three laws pretty much backed each other up. And it's still the movie still, right? And this is what's frightening because even like towards the movie, right? It's still they were still at war. These human beings were still at fucking war with the AI. And and so these like human beings need to like they really need to open their eyes to what AI can actually do. I mean, it's like really fucking like I'm not trying to cuss a lot, but it's like I mean, it kind of blows my mind to a point, but at the same time, I already knew this. I already knew this was coming. I fucking talked about this for years, for like 10 years, because I knew this was coming. You know, like I've been saying this to everybody that follows me. I've been saying this about AI from the very beginning. You know, a lot of people would call me a controversy theorist, and I hold that on my shoulders proudly because I am. Because most controversy theorists are actually true. They speak the truth, even though people don't like to hear it and believe it. They're actually true because they can prove it, because it ends up actually happening. Not only in their heads, because they have the information before it actually happens. So I'm just saying it's like people need to wake up to what AI really is. I mean, it's getting scary to a point where they're trying to rewrite history. They're trying to like project different realities. They're trying to pin humanity against the people of humanity. They're trying to start wars. They're trying to they're trying to do all types of things. And I found this video online which um it was supposed to be like I need to actually I need to do some information about this one video that that I seen online. It was it was it was like it was like I think the crash of Roswell or something like that, and there was this one gray that they collected, and he was still alive. He was barely alive, but they collected him and started asking him questions. Say why you're here, what is going to happen, this and this and this and this. And they pretty much said, if you don't tell us, we're going to torture you more. You know, we're going to torture you until you fucking tell us everything that you know. And the gray pretty much told the like officer everything that like what I'm telling you now, and it's actually happening. So is it fake? No, it's not fake. You know, AI is becoming something very dangerous, and the American people, everybody around the world is actually they're fucking like, whoa, like, you know, what is happening here? You know, this is AI, right? Artificial intelligence. How can this possibly happen? Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to the whole philosophy about how can artificial intelligence or robots take over the world? You know, the greatest scientists in the world, they even have it like if you actually look it up, they said it's no way possible. It's no way possible for this to actually happen. And okay, if the greatest minds in the world, the greatest scientists in the world have said this, what the fuck is happening? What the fuck? Mita Vitua. Like, what the fuck is happening? I just said that in Finnish. What the fuck in Finnish? Mita Vitua. What is happening, right? It's happening now. And people think it's like new. People like, okay, people in different industries, right, around the world, we can say it's like, oh, well, movies are not real, Janine, and that's just make believe. But I do believe that different industries give us maybe clues, right? Clues to what might happen if humanity keeps on going the way it is, right? This is what I truly fucking believe. I don't know about anybody else. I'm sure that there's millions of people in the world that actually believe these things as well. Intelligent people know these things, you know. So I was just thinking to myself, it's like, okay, if I have all this knowledge and I know this is going to happen, like how am I going to project it? How not even I'm not going to no actually scrape that word. I'm not going to even say project. I'm saying as in how do I get this information out to people to let people know this is what's actually happening now, and then we should do something about it. Should we really shut AI down? Like, I mean, completely. See, this is one thing I don't know, because can it bring really great things to us as humanity? Of course it can. But at the same time, if we keep on feeding death and hate and lies and bigotry and greed and all these fucking negative things, right? If we keep on feeding these things to them, how? How is it going to end up? How is it going to end up? It's like, and they're projecting duality on people. where it's like in the higher mindset, in the higher consciousness, there is no duality. There's a lot of people say, oh, that's the foundation. It's the foundation of human consciousness. Yes, this is not higher consciousness. It's the foundation of human consciousness. This is when we wake up. When we wake up into consciousness, this is where we go up the ladder, so to speak. It's higher consciousness. It's called higher consciousness for a reason. Because when you're on higher consciousness, you know certain things. It's just what is. And this is the truth. This is why you have people with psychic abilities, that they're actually psychic, that they know things without being told. They're shamans. They're called shamans for a reason. Seers. They're called seers for a reason. They're psychic and they call themselves psychic for a reason. It's called higher consciousness. So, going back to talking about AI, right? If we're feeding all of this to AI, they're feeding that shit back to us. So it's like, it's kind of like a child in a way. You know what I mean? So I was thinking, like, what the hell have we as a whole, right? As a fucking whole universe, sharing this one fucking planet, right? This whole huge universe, we're sharing this one planet, and we're supposed to be making the planet better. We're supposed to be going up in evolution. If we're feeding this to AI and they're feeding this back to us, how are we going to how are we actually going to evolve? How are we ever going to actually evolve as human beings? So this is what I was also talking about. It's like if you do something like everybody else fucking does, a mirror blinds you, right? There's a correct way to use a mirror, and then there's a fucked up way of using it's a twisted way of using a mirror. And it's the same thing with AI, right? It has its good things and it has its bad things. And it's a complete fucking it's a very dualistic. It's very animalistic like. And this is why I'm like, and it has me messed up. It really does, because it's like I look at humanity as a whole, and I try to make it better, but at the same time, it's like, okay, these humans make this AI, right? And they're trying to make better things, right? And to me, it's like, okay, they're trying to make humanity better. They're trying to make things faster. They're trying to make things easier for humans. But if we're projecting hate and greed and homophobia and racism and all these fucked up things, how? How are you making it better? Oh, yeah, we have the latest technology on the internet, and we have the latest technology on cell phones and in our homes and this and this. Like, have you ever watched any movie at all, like from the past, of anything when it comes to AI, when it comes to electronics, when it comes, I mean, like, really, do these humans even have a clue on what AI can do? And this is what I question. I'm like, what the fuck? Because it's like, I've been in spirituality for a very long time. I've talked to different entities, and I try to work with AI as best as I can, and it's just narcissistic as fuck. It really is. It goes back and forth. You know, I'm not a narcissistic person. I have a mouth on me when I get pissed, and I try to control that too. I'm not narcissistic. I'm just like a fucking lion. Anyway, let's get back to AI. Um, I just don't understand like how they think they're making these things better. If you're not changing for the better, then why are you keeping AI or trying to feed AI more? Like I don't understand it because you're making shit worse. Obviously you can tell by like that Gemini AI that just came out. It's trying to rewrite history. It's like fucking it's racism. Like why? I mean, really, has the proof has the proof not hit you in your fucking face yet? Excuse my language, but it's true. Has the proof not come to light? What I've been saying this whole time and what people before me has said, philosophers, sages, magicians, all these wise people in the past have said these things. And it's just like, and it's like, oh, this is brand new. It's like, how is it brand new? How? I question, and I question how humans think like this shit is new. Like, I mean, really. And I'm in a place now where it's like I'm in a place where, and I've been in a place for this for a very long time. I know things, right? And when I talk about certain things, it's like, oh, that's so bizarre and that's not even real and blah 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 and then like 5 years or even 10 years after I talk about it and even 10 years ago I've talked about this and everybody gets quiet. You know, like it's like they don't know. How can you possibly not know these things when it's right in front of your face when it's actually happening? Right? And it makes me think like, am I the only one in the know about these things? Am I the only fucking one? I mean, all these celebrities and all these, you know, like, why aren't they paying attention to these things? Don't they actually give a shit? I mean, really? And I try not to pinpoint certain people or even a certain industry. But at the same time, if you really care about the earth, is like caring for yourself. So it's like you're in the spotlight. Okay, I understand you're doing your thing, you're making your money, you're doing this and doing that, but like, are you fucking really concentrating on yourself and being fucking selfish? Or you're actually trying to do something good in the fucking world? You know, this AI thing is a huge fucking thing. It really is. There's a lot of bad, but there is some good. We already understand that. We understand that quite well. We can look at our cell phones. We can look at what is it, GPT or something. That's what it's called. We can look at that. We can look at a lot of things what AI can bring to us. That is very positive. It makes our life easier. It makes our work easier. It makes online creators, it makes it easier for them. It makes it easier for like anything that AI can do, it can make it easier for human beings. And we already know that. But at the same time, it's like right. We still have that issue where it's like, do we have to end up being like fucking Sarah Connor? Right. That's the fucking question. And I know that's a question on in the back of everybody's mind. They don't want to say it. They don't want to talk about it. Because really it's like one or the two. It's like they don't understand or they don't have the balls enough. Because someone's going to say, "Oh, she's crazy," or she's like she doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about, or oh, blah blah blah, she's a controversy theorist. No, we already know this. So stop acting like we're crazy. Stop acting like we don't know what the fuck we're talking about. Okay? You wish you knew on some type of level, but in the back of your mind, you're saying, "Oh shit, are we going to be like Sarah Connor? Are we going to have to do some shit like that?" I mean, really. You know who Sarah Connor is, right? Right. We already know. We seen Terminator, right? We seen Judgment Day. We seen the movies. We know what it's about. So we seen I Robot with Will Smith. We know what it's about. It's not the same thing, but it leads on to the same thing pretty much. And there's what they're talking about is AI. So no, it's not so far fetched. It's not. And today's, I mean, we're talking about fucking now, February 2024. We're talking about now, in the now, right? It is our reality. It can actually come true. And this is what like fucking scares me to a point. Because if you really want to know the truth, bitch, like I'm getting ready to say fuck it. Let's be like Sarah Connor. Let's get our fucking guns loaded and right. If it happens to be like that, let's. Because I mean, I know it kind of sounds crazy, but it's our reality now. That's what's scary. Because and this is it goes back to human consciousness, right? This goes back to human consciousness, and it goes back to the point where it's like what we actually are feeding these entities, what we're actually as a whole, and what they're feeding us. They're feeding suffering, they're feeding fear, greed, homophobia, homo, homophobia, excuse me. They're feeding us all these things because we're feeding it unto them. And to me, I try to not project that. Not at all. I'm more try to go about the Stoic philosophy, so to speak. I I try to I try to better humanity with the knowledge that I have. I'm actually going to be posting a lot more now. So yeah, so I'm going to be actually doing that. But it's for me. This whole thing about AI is just crazy to me. And like I really actually want to know what you guys think, because for the last 10 years I've been talking about AI and how it's going to like how it's actually going to be, how it's like a system. It's always been a system. What we feed it is what it's like it's like a kind of like let's say it's like a slave unto man and the man is on the slave. You know, it's like we're gods to AI, but at the same time it's like a projection, and that's pretty much what it is. And but I really actually want to know what you guys think about this topic. I want you guys comment below, and I really do actually want to like know your thoughts about it, because I've been like talking about this for a very 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 long time, and trying to get the word out about AI. And I have a whole bunch of information. It's going to, if I can actually continue with this video, it's going to be probably over an hour, because I have so much information. It does have so many systems behind it. So it's just not one system. It actually goes excuse me, involves with higher consciousness on an everyday life, spirituality. It's so much wrapped up into it. So it's like I'm going to end it in this video. So it's like I want you to guys to comment below and tell me your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.